Hello, and welcome to MSV Movie Mania, the greatest movie review show of all time. No matter how late we are with these reviews. I'm your host, Ricky Costa.
I'm your host, Alex Plumacher.
Today in the show, we're going to talk about one of the most painful and tough to watch films we've ever seen in our lives. Today we're going to talk about Ride Along 2. Although neither of us ever saw that film, so let's talk about The Revenant.
We're talking about The Revenant. Okay. We're going to talk about The Revenant. Okay, so Ricky, we're going to be reviewing The Revenant. So what were you expecting from this film when you went to the theater?
I was looking forward to it. I loved Birdman, which if you remember we did early in the season, and I love that movie, which was also directed by Alejandro Gonzales Inaratu. And DiCaprio stars in it, and he's one of my favorite actors ever, so I was very much looking forward to it, and I went even above my expectations. But Alex, going into it, what do you think?
So, going into the film, I had no idea what it was about. I just heard Leonardo DiCaprio's in this new, really good movie about him not dying. So, based on what people have told me, and I actually never saw even a trailer for it.
Oh, wow.
Just based on what I heard from other people, I was like, you know what? I got a couple hours to kill. I'll go see it. And man, am I glad I did.
Yeah.
Absolutely great movie. So after you saw the film, what did you think of it? You know, what was your opinion? Did it move you? Did it make you feel fantastic and view life in a whole new way?
I felt visually, from a purely visual standpoint, just visually, this was the best movie I've ever seen. Like, oh my God, it was gorgeous. The movie was epic, don't get me wrong, but, and it might be the most well-directed movie I've ever seen in my life. Every establishing shot in this film is worthy of being framed. Like, oh my, you get numb to after a while how great the scenery is. It's all real. The tracking shots were amazing. We'll go into that. But the two things I'm a real sucker for in movies is tracking shots and amazing scenery shots. And this film had both of those in pretty much every scene. Alex, what did you think of The Revenant?
You know, going into this film, as I said, I had no idea what I was getting into. And as soon as I sat down, the first few shots, I was just absolutely amazed.
I know, yeah.
Cinematography just absolutely blew me away. The fact that they filmed everything on set. Or not
Right,
on set.
right.
Like,
On location.
on location, in nature, brutal winter. I thought the movie, I read up on the actual story of Hugh Glass after I got home, and it was just great how closely they stuck to the real life story of what the real Hugh Glass went through.
Yeah. But yes, the filming was incredibly difficult. Inaratu, if you remember from Birdman, he hates visual effects and blockbusters, so he didn't want any effects. Everything was on location with real natural light, real snow. They did film in the weather. He drove his crew crazy, and they had to move the production because the snow was melting.
Really?
Yeah. The film went over budget and over schedule. Tom Hardy was supposed to star in Suicide Squad. They announced it, but he had to drop out because The Revenant was going so far over schedule.
You know what amazed me about this film?
What?
I mean, Leonardo DiCaprio pushed what it is to be an actor.
Absolutely.
In terms of dedication. I mean, the dude dove into an ice-cold river.
And dove into a dead horse.
Yeah, that was a real dead horse. Vegetarian Leonardo DiCaprio ate a real cow liver.
And the real fish. He was amazing obviously. He won the Golden Globe. He's up for the Oscar. Tom Hardy, wow, he was good. He was up for an Oscar too. He's up for an Oscar too. And I would say he was almost as good as Leo in this. Domhnall Gleeson, who had a big year. He was in Ex Machina, Brooklyn, and Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. He was great. Will Porter, he was great. Great cast.
Expectations, opinions out of the way. Let's move into the play-by-play of the film.
I saw it like a really big screen, which was great. So the opening shot drew me in right away. You see the name, the Revenant, then you see a river, and knowing in Naruto, it's like a real river. And the camera goes up, and you see the river is running through a forest, and like you got this beautiful shot of the water going through all these trees. And then the camera goes to Leo and his son. They're hunting. Then the camera goes to their prey, and you know it's all real and it's all one take.
The amount of one takes they did in this film were great.
Absolutely, because if you remember in Birdman, the whole movie was at least meant to look like one take. Now in this one, there's a lot less, but it's equally, if not more, impressive because of the conditions in which they had to do these takes.
So after the opening few shots, we move into the actual camp that they're staying in, and stuff goes bad pretty quick.
Yeah, the Indians attack, and they're attacking the poachers, and you get this amazing shot. There's a big battle going on.
Just one long continuous shot.
Oh yeah, the best one. I think my favorite long take ever. It starts with Leo and his son. They're running to the battle because they're running. So this is all one take. Leo sees a Native American on one of the men. He gets them all. He tackles that guy. Camera's still following them. Leo gets up. He gets tackled by another Native American. The guy's on him, trying to kill him. The Native American gets shot. Leo pulls shit off him, gets up, calling for his son. Camera moves over to Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy's like, get the pelts, we gotta get out of here. Camera's going all through the battle, no cutting, all 100% real. You got, it starts going through like the fort with like the injured people are. It goes through like, I guess the Native Americans are shooting the horses. Then the camera follows as Leo, Tom Hardy, and the rest of the protagonists. It follows them as they're going into the river, trying to get to the boat. So they're shooting, the guys are shooting arrows back. So the camera's following them into the water. They get on the boat, the camera looks back, you see the Indians still killing everyone left, they're shooting, and amazing shots. Oh my God.
This is impressive. They got all that done in one just long, continuous take, which I'm sure they had to do dozens and dozens of times, which means they had to reset everything. All right, so after that, you see the survivors, and there's only like, 12, 13 of them?
Around there, yeah.
Yeah, so they're going down the river on a boat. They're pretty pissed.
Yeah, in a bad mood, yeah.
And then,
but they need to rely on Leo because he knows where to get there.
Yeah, he's the only tracker in the group.
Yeah. Then they get to the shore. You got this cool shot. The camera they're trying to get the pelts up onto the cliff, but the camera follows them up. This is where you start getting to know the characters a bit more, particularly Tom Hardy's character. Now, what do you think of his John Fitzgerald, who I guess would be the film's antagonist?
I thought he was great. I mean, as a character, he pretty immediately presents himself as that jerk, but he doesn't have that evil motive to just harm other people. His motive is to survive. That's his all-time goal.
All right. Well, I was thinking along those lines. Yes. He's a guy just trying to get by. Everything he does in the film supports that. Because there's a line he has like, the guy said, I think Domhnall Gleeson says, "What do you want, those pelts or your life?" And he's like, "My life? My life? This is my life. I need money. I can't get by without money, which I need for these pelts. I've been out here 6 months. I don't have a life without this money." And it really illustrates as a character, he's just a guy trying to get by, and everything he does supports that in the film.
Aside from that part where he kills Hawk.
No, that I agree that's diabolical and evil, but he wants to get out of there before the Indians get them. He needs to take that extra step, and I'm not arguing it's evil, absolutely is.
But I mean, that extra step was attempted murder and then murder.
Yeah, but I agree he went really far, but he did everything to try.
Do you support murder?
No, I don't support murder.
After they get back to land, after they go down the river for a while, they have to walk to the nearest fort, which is going to take days, they say.
Yeah.
So they put Hugh Glass, Leo, in front of the group. So he's pretty far ahead of them when he bumps into a few bear cubs.
He was going to shoot them. They lowers his gun because he decides not to. But Mama Bear doesn't recognize that gesture as, "I'm not going to kill him."
So Leo and Winnie the Pooh have a nice little confrontation going on.
that scene was obviously brutal, but the worst part is twice you lower your guard because you think it's over and the bear jumps back.
Yeah, so that was probably the most brutal 5 minutes of film I've seen in a very long time.
Oh, it was awful. Yeah. And he's starting to care about characters at this point, so just that makes it even worse.
And just how real they made it look.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but then
It was a tough scene.
Leo ends up killing the bear after, the third attack?
Yeah, third attack, yes.
And then, Mother Nature's irony, the bear lands on top of him when he dies.
Everyone in the theater was laughing at that. Just face flats on him.
Just pure bad luck.
So they have to carry Leo around. Eventually they decide, it's not worth the burden. Domhnall Gleeson can't kill him. Like, he tries. No, I'm not going to do it. It's like, I'll pay $700 each to the two people who stay behind. Stay with him till he dies and then bury him. But Tom Hardy, because he's just he needs to get out of there because they got Indians on their tail, and so there's this the younger kid Bridger who also stays behind. He's out by the river, so it's just Tom Hardy and Leo, and you got this great menacing scene where Tom Hardy, Leo, he can't talk or he can't move his arms at all, so
his throat's pretty much done.
Yeah, so he goes to Leo, he's like, I'll help you end this. I won't tell anyone you gave up. I won't tell anyone. I was like, and then he's just such a menacing thing. Like, if you want me to put you out of your misery, all you have to do is blink.
And then he waits 30 seconds for him to just have to blink.
Yeah, Leo holds his eyes open as long as he can. Tom Hardy tries to kill him. The sun comes, kills the sun.
Yeah, just starts screaming to get the other guy's attention.
But
Tom Hardy gets pretty pissed off at that, so he just stabs him. And Leo's just sitting there.
The emotion he described, because he can't move, he can't talk, barely open his mouth. Just, you see him squirming, screaming. You hear the emotion in his yells. You see spit, like saliva and foam flying out of his mouth. It's just so raw. So Tom Hardy tricks Bridger into leaving Leo.
Yeah, once they leave him behind, Leo manages to get up and crawl over to his son's body where he just gives up. He thinks he's going to die right there. Then he ends up waking up.
Yeah.
And then he crawls around and groans for about an hour.
Sometimes you have to go through hell and back to fully appreciate what it means to be alive. Now, we see Leo going through hell, whether it be physical, getting mutilated by the bear, or emotional, having his son murdered right in front of his eyes. He can't do anything about it. So the fact that he goes through this makes it all the more rewarding when he starts crawling out and then eventually starts standing. It makes you root for him.
Yeah, he goes down a river after the native tribe who attacked the poacher camp end up looking for the survivors. And then they're pretty close on his tail, and he hops down the river to get away.
It's all one shot. You see him moving around, push himself back behind the rocks, trying to get away from them because they're looking over. They're trying to see if he's there. All seen. Then the camera follows. Then he just goes right into the river.
Yeah, just floats down the river. All real. All Leo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
But then he comes across a lone survivor, I guess, from a different native tribe. This is when vegetarian Leonardo DiCaprio has to eat some cow. And
He eats actual liver.
straight up gags on it.
And no props, too.
Yeah, it was all real.
Well, props to Leo, but...
Yeah, so him and the native become friends pretty quick. They have some fun catching snowflakes on their tongue. It's actually a pretty funny segment of the movie. It's like the last thing you expect to happen.
It was in the trailer, so I expected it.
It was? Oh, I didn't even see that. I didn't even know what I was getting into when I saw it. So they meet up, and you think there's hope, and then there's not.
Wakes up one morning, finds the dude just hung on a tree.
Yeah, really brutal.
All his friends and family just die.
Yeah, and then Leo finds his body, or excuse me, Hugh Glass finds his body, and he looks a little further, and he sees a little band of French frontiersmen.
Now, earlier we've established that the frontiersmen are working with the Indians because the Indians are looking for one of their daughters who's been kidnapped.
Yeah, they think the daughter was kidnapped by...
The twist is the French kidnapped her, and they're using this search for her just to get money out of them, which is kind of smart.
And then So Leo has his little run-in with the French where he actually finds the daughter
Yeah.
and saves her. After Leo saves her, he steals a horse from the French and escapes them.
Then you got the scene that you love.
Yeah, my favorite scene in the movie is Leo wakes up one morning, like the next day, and he wakes up to the entire Native American tribe just right in his face.
Yeah.
Just creeping through the woods, about to kill him.
I think as soon as he wakes up, you just see the arrows flying.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he wakes up to an arrow. And he shoots one. I don't remember how he kills another.
Well, he gets on the horse and just guns it.
Yeah, he just hops on his horse and just guns it.
And it's all real, all one take. As you're following Leo running on horseback, shooting them.
That's definitely the director's style, long takes.
From Birdman on, yes, it is.
Yeah. So then he's gunning it in whatever direction. He doesn't care what. Then he realizes he's headed straight for a cliff. Just doesn't care, charges at the thing, doesn't care what happens at this point, and just right off. But he lives, and
he pulls a Han Solo and gets inside the horse. Well, that was gross, just him taking out all the horse's organs.
Yeah.
They used to carry one.
Yeah, you just watch Leonardo DiCaprio strip naked and
Actually him getting inside of a dead horse.
Yeah.
Actual dead horse.
crawling a real dead horse completely naked. I don't think he was actually cutting it open and pulling organs out, but
Probably not, but
anyway.
that was crazy. And he survives, yeah.
Yeah, he survives the night during an ice storm because he was inside the horse. One of the French get attacked after Leo leaves, and I believe it's the natives find out that they had the daughter the whole time.
Ah, that makes sense.
And one of the survivors makes it back to the fort that all the other poachers went to, that Leo was with. And he has a water canister that Bridger had that he left with Leo.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they're like, yo, how did you get this? And Tom Hardy's sitting there eating his meal, and he's just like, oh, that's not good.
Yeah, no. It's, so, yeah, he knows they're going to find out. So, Will Porter, Domhnall Gleeson, all them, they go, I love the shots of them looking for Leo. It's, well, you got this, they're going through the night and with horses with torches, and they're going up through the river, beautiful shot. So in the forest, I guess they're taking a rest. The forest beautifully lit up from the torches, and then you see a figure approaching them. And I was not expecting Leo to be rescued, because I wasn't expecting him to catch a break.
Yeah.
Nothing in the film supported he would.
It's like there's finally hope in this film.
They finally find him.
hours.
I thought it was a dream or something, because I was not expecting things to go well for him, but I didn't know how it was going to end. So, all right, so Domhnall Gleeson finds out Leo's alive, Tom Hardy lied. They get
back to the fort. They're looking to figure out what happened.
Well, he beats up Bridger.
Yeah, Bridger gets wrecked.
He almost kills him, decides not to. Yeah, so you got Tom Hardy. He's not only did he run away, he took out Domhnall Gleeson's safe and everything.
He took all the cash that was going to pay everybody for months.
Because Domhnall Gleeson's going through the camp with the rifle, trying to find it. Where's Fitzgerald? Where's Fitzgerald? And he's because he wants to kill him now because he lied about Leo. Although it's a little hypocritical because Domhnall Gleeson, he almost put Leo out of his misery earlier.
Yeah, but
I get why he's mad.
Tom Hardy straight up abandoned him.
That's fair.
Yeah. So Tom Hardy escapes, and Captain Henry, Domhnall Gleeson.
Yeah, that's the guy.
He is like, okay, we're gonna go get him. Hugh Glass, you stay here. Leo's like, no, he did what he did. I want to get rid of him too.
Because then he reveals that Leo defends Bridger, and he said like, let the kid go. He didn't know, and he reveals that Hawk was killed by Hardy.
They go out to find him, and
they split up, which is of course the stupid thing everyone does in movies. Hardy ambushes Gleeson and kills him, and he scalps him to make it look like the Indians did it. So then you got this awesome scene.
Leo does something genius.
Do you mind if
I'll let you do it.
All right. So Leo, you see him getting a branch, and you don't know what it's for. Tom Hardy, he's has a sniper position with the rifle. You see Leo on his horse riding, and Gleeson's horse strapped behind him with the captain's body on it. So Tom Hardy shoots Leo in the head. He falls down. Tom Hardy goes, makes sure he's dead. Then he looks at the body. It's the captain. looks back at the body and the horse behind him. It's Leo. Pulls out the gun, shoots him. Nice twist. I kind of saw it coming, but it's still really satisfying.
Yeah. Okay, so then the final confrontation happens, and it's just absolutely brutal. You get close-ups of just axes going in, fingers getting chopped off.
I love the final battle. I had no idea how the I absolutely love the final battle. I honestly had no idea how the film was going to end, so I was really pleasantly surprised that they got a final showdown, Leo and Hardy. It reminded me of the Force Awakens showdown at the end because A, in that there's a lot of snow, but B, there's two well-developed characters who have a lot going on, duking it out. And it's really simple, and that's what's great. So Leo approaches Tom Hardy. He's like, killing me is not going to bring a boy back. And he's like, we had a deal. Glass. And Leo's like, we had no deal. They go at each other, wrestling, stabbing, axes, chopping fingers off. And Leo stabs him through the chest. He doesn't finish him off. He takes the advice that the Indian gave him earlier, and he sees the Indians down the river, so he throws Hardy into the river, floats right down, right into the Indians, and they brutally murder him off screen.
Yeah, because the girl they were looking
conveniently
for at this point
that
is
was
back, and I guess she's like, hey, that guy over there, Hugh Glass, is the guy that saved me. So they let him go.
Now, we were talking earlier about similarities with Birdman, with the tracking shots, and another similarity is that both films have ambiguous endings. This one, not so much, though. I got the feeling that he dies. I know in real life we found out he didn't.
In real life, he lives for another 9 years, goes right back out into the frontier, joins the army, and then gets killed in Arizona.
Okay. But I think in the film's world, the implication is I think he died, because he has nothing really to live for at this point. You see him with the hallucination of the wife, and I think she's going to lead him into...
the media.
There's a third similarity with Birdman is, jaw-droppingly, like in Birdman, at some point in the movie, a meteor flies overhead. Same one Michael Keaton saw in Birdman, and no, it's seen but at no point explained and acknowledged. So, it's director's trademark.
Could be. So Ricky, what was your favorite scene in the film? Now that we've wrapped it up.
Easily the scene where the Native Americans attack the camp. You, Alex?
I would have to go with when Leo is escaping the Native Americans when he wakes up, and he just hops on the horse and guns it for the cliff. Just so tense right off the bat as soon as he wakes up.
Alex, ratings out of 10, what would you give it?
I know I said this movie was better than Star Wars, and I gave Star Wars a 10, but that's just the nerd in me. I'm going to have to go with a 9 out of 10, just because I'm a cynic, and people love me for it.
Really?
No. What would you give it, Ricky?
Didn't think so. I would give it 10 out of 10.
Shocker.
Hey, I gave Star Wars a bit 10 out of 10. This is better than that.
4 of the 6 films we've done in this show a 10 out of 10.
It's the 11th film in the show. I've given 10 out of 10. It's okay.
That's all you did was prove my point. Okay, anyway.
I didn't give it to Pixels or Dr. No or Star Wars Episode 1 or Star Wars Episode 2, but yeah, all the others, yeah. So of the 15 movies we've done so far, I've given to 11.
Okay. You literally just proved exactly what I said. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back after this.
Welcome back to our PG-13 episode of MSV Movie Mania. Now we're going to be doing our Oscar predictions. We're filming this...
Yeah, we're filming before the Oscars, but unfortunately we're going to be airing after the Oscars.
So
we're just going to do with predictions right now.
Yeah, so everyone thinks Leo's going to win, and I do too. Or at least I'm rooting for him.
See, I want him to win, but at the same time, Leo will never win an Oscar. If he wins it, I'll be amazed. Actually, I'm not going to be that surprised because Castaway Volleyball talked its way to an Oscar.
Pass Ricky and Alex. Pass
Who's
Ricky
talking?
and Alex.
Who is that? That sounds like me.
Hello, we are future Ricky and Alex.
I'm future Alex, you're future Ricky.
Yeah, that's what I said,
Anyway,
jackass.
guys, we have the answers for your Oscar predictions right here.
We couldn't wait to get it to you, so we sent it from the future.
All right, you ready?
All right.
Here we go.
First off, Chris Rock, amazing opening speech, man.
Open monologue for history, one of the greatest things I've ever seen behind Neil Patrick Harris' thing last year.
We too much to talk about, so we're gonna show you. And remember, it's a PG-13 episode.
Here we go.
Here at the Academy Awards, otherwise known as the White People's Choice Awards, you realize if they nominated host, I wouldn't even get this job. It's the 88th Academy Awards. It's the 88th Academy Awards, which means this whole no black nominees thing has happened at least 71 other times. Okay? You gotta figure that it happened in the 50s, in the 60s, and black people did not protest. Why? Because we had real things to protest at the time. You know? Jada says she's not coming, protesting. I'm like, is she on a TV show? Jada's gonna boycott the Oscars. Jada boycotting the Oscars is like me boycotting Rihanna's panties. I wasn't invited. Is it Burning Cross racist? No. Is it fetch me some lemonade racist? No. It's a different type of racist. You're damn right Hollywood's racist, but it ain't the racist that you've grown accustomed to. Hollywood is sorority racist. It's like, we like you, Rhonda, but you're not a Kappa. But what I'm trying to say is, it's not about boycotting anything. It's just, we want opportunity. We want the black actors to get the same opportunities as white actors. That's it,
All right, first off, Mad Max Fury Road won 6 Oscars. All
6 Oscars.
All technical stuff, but it's great, amazing that action movie got that kind of coverage. Amazing.
What was it? Best film editing?
Yeah, stuff like that. Sound mixing.
All technical stuff.
Yeah. Supporting actor was a surprise. Everyone was expecting Stallone. I haven't seen Creed, so I was rooting for Tom Hardy, but no. Mark Rylance won it for Bridge of Spies. I saw last week. Great movie. Great performance. Not great enough for an Oscar, so that was a surprise.
Supporting actress, we got Alicia Vikander. What was she in?
The Danish Girl. I haven't seen it, but she's gonna be in Jason Bourne this summer.
Wait,
so
Eddie Redmayne didn't get Best Supporting Actress for The Danish Girl?
Nope.
We're gonna cut that out. Anyway.
No. We're leaving that in. Best song. Sam Smith won for Writings on the Wall for Spectre, just like how Adele won 3 years ago for Skyfall.
All right. Now what everyone cares about: directors, best actor, actresses, best picture. Best director went to Ricky's favorite,
Alejandro Gonzales Inaratu, who I was rooting for. I would like George Miller, but Inaratu we were rooting for. He is amazing directing in Revenant. Some of the best directing I've ever seen.
I mean, when you make us feel like we're in South Dakota with Hugh Glass, that's when you get best director.
Absolutely. Brie Larson won for Room for Best Actress. Mm-hmm. Good. I've seen clips from it, and I think she deserves it.
Absolutely amazing.
Oh,
I haven't seen it yet, though. All right.
Yeah.
Best Picture was a big surprise.
Went to Spotlight, which also won Best Original Screenplay. Mm-hmm. But Alex, is a movie of all white people. Yes, it won Best Picture.
Right. Ricky, the news we have all been waiting 22 years for. Are you ready?
Yes. Leo won an Oscar. Yes.
Finally.
Okay, first off, here's some footage of him winning. That's great. Now here's some footage of him doing his speech. Powerful stuff.
Absolutely.
Powerful stuff.
So Leo's win absolutely broke the internet last night.
Everyone was rooting for it. Everyone. Most tweet about Oscar moment in history. It was just he deserves it. He has so earned this.
I mean, this means he can finally tone it down and not half kill himself.
Yeah.
He's
Oh
gonna
my
be the
God.
family-friendly actor now. I can guarantee it. Or he's gonna retire.
One or the other. Yeah, one or the other. We've been waiting for this for 22 years. Leo's finally won an Oscar. It's amazing news.
I was expecting like a moment for him to just go on stage and be like, "Look at this." Unfortunately, he was all cordial and talked about global warming, whatever.
They didn't cut him off. He went for like 2 minutes straight. They didn't cut him
Actually, it
off.
was about Leo won an Oscar.
Leo won an Oscar.
Anyway, guys, that's what we got for you.
All right, pass Ricky and Alex. You guys are doing a great job. Keep it up. Leo won. Great job, everyone. Well, thank you, future us. That was really nice. They like our show.
Well, that's good.
No, but the thing is, they look like they're doing great. We have good futures ahead
Yeah, it
of
looks
us.
like we're doing good in about a week. Oscars, The Revenant out of the way.
Let's talk about more fun stuff.
What trailer came out recently?
Recently got the 4th and final trailer for the film I know everyone's looking forward to right now, Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice. This is the second film in the DC Cinematic Universe after Man of Steel. This film is my childhood coming to life. I grew up with the DC Universe as a kid, and this film, seeing them all on
I
screen.
mean, the trailer just looks absolutely amazing. It's
So much darker than Man of Steel.
Yeah, Man of Steel is already pretty dark.
and it is 1,000 times darker than the Avengers.
Oh yeah. That's their point. They want to make it different. So, nice story. The story's kicked off by the aftermath of Man of Steel. Batman's pissed at Superman because his friends died in the towers that him and Zod were fighting in. So he is going to be. He thinks Superman's a threat, and he's going to fight him. And but obviously, the subtitle is Dawn of Justice. Obviously, they come together and to lead up the Justice League. And now the trailer, we got that amazing shot. Lex Luthor, who's like the main villain in this one, like if God will not kill these people, the devil will do it. And then you hear a roar, Superman, what have you done? Then you see an explosion, a being come down, comes out of the smoke, Doomsday. Oh my God. So Batman and Superman are trying to fight him. He just makes it explode. He's trying to shoot them. Something gets in the way. You see explosion. You see a shield is all that's standing between him, Batman, and Superman. The shield lowers. Wonder Woman. Oh my God. They have a little interaction. Is she with you? Oh, she was with you. Then you got the shot I've been waiting for since I was a kid. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, all getting ready for all lined up, ready for battle. Oh my God, I cannot wait for this.
Don't break the set.
Oh
You
my
good?
God. Yeah, I'm good. Oh my God, I turn into a child every time.
Okay, Ricky, I'm going to bring you back down to earth for a few minutes.
Okay.
I heard there was recently the director's cut announced.
Yes, that's just last night. There's going to be a director's cut on Blu-ray that's already been rated R for sequences of violence.
Nice.
So an R-rated Batman and Superman movie. Because I remember you were disappointed that the film was PG-13.
Well, yeah, I mean, everything's family friendly now. It sucks.
Yeah, so
Deadpool has changed that, though, thank God.
yeah, maybe part of it. I mean, that's not a real superhero movie. Anyway, yeah. I usually don't like director's cuts of movies. I don't like there being multiple versions. I just like when you sit down in the theater. I think that should be just the one movie you see. If after post-credit scenes, fine, as long as it's in the theater, But
All right, so when does Batman v Superman come out?
March 25th. I cannot wait.
Ricky's excited. Jesus. I really don't care as much. I'm going to go see it. I'm excited, but the trailer kind of ruined it for me. They showed way too much, even though they said
they
we didn't show everything.
They said they're holding two surprises for later.
But they showed the moment where they team up, the whole point of the movie.
Well, the title's called Dawn of Justice. You think it's not going to live up to Justice League?
Yeah, but I want that experience to be fresh when I go to see it.
Fine.
I don't want to be like, oh, this is the part where they team up. The fighting's over.
Justice League's coming out next fall, right?
Yeah, this is true.
That's going to be awesome.
Anyway, okay, so that's about all we have time for this week on MSV Movie Mania. Join us for our next episode when we review the Coen Brothers box office bomb, Hail Caesar, followed by the critically tolerated Spectre.
Yeah.
As always, I'm Alex.
And I'm Ricky.
See you soon right here on MSV Movie Mania.